Boys, girls, and everyone else, welcome back to another Destiny Rising video. Those of you that saw my video yesterday realized there was about 200 or 300 of you that actually watched it and quickly realized that my microphone was muted. That is so embarrassing. So I'm so sorry that happened. I did remove the video, so no, you can't go back and watch it. But my goodness, and all the videos I've made, like literally hundreds of videos between all my channels, that is a first to actually even publish it too. So anyway, I am embarrassed and sorry for that. But anyway, we're going to try to do better this time and talk about all the things that we know for sure coming in season 2, because they did give us the patch notes a little bit early. So let's jump straight into it. Now, first things first, if you go in game and look at the events, we can see that we got Hellhest and then we have Mario. So Mario is, of course, confirmed coming, the new 5-star light grenade launcher, and then just regular grenade launcher. There are also some videos that looks like some not sponsored, but some of the creators in the creator program were able to actually get some get on a testing server to actually test it out, which I think is great. I personally am not part of their content creator program, and I'm okay with that. But I do think this is good that they have that as an option for those individuals, so that way people can play test the game and or just get a sneak peek and share it with all of you guys to help build a hype around it, because like a big part of a game is being able to be excited for it. And a game like Destiny Rising, where we're in a little bit of a lull, even if it's just a few days early, getting some more hype around the new update is always appreciated. So thank you for those of you that took your time out of your busy lives to test that for us and share with the community. Now, let's get back into it. So that is what we have. I don't think there's anything else. They did add a home widget, so you can see how much pinnacle energy you don't have. That's a thing. I think that's it, right? Yeah, okay. So let's go to the patch notes that they gave to us. So if we go to the notice in game, we can see it a little bit better. They are merging the servers, which we talked about in the video that was completely muted yesterday. They're merging NA and Latin America, and then they're also merging EMEA and APAC servers. Basically, TLDR for all of this, if you have characters on both, you can still have them on both, but you cannot create a new character on a merged server on a separate account type thing, which makes sense. And then there's also going to be a little bit of a name issue where if people have the same names, they're going to be giving you like a name. It's right here. So name, hashtag, numbers, and then they'll give you a free name change. So you can change it if you want. This is really consistent amongst others games that do server merges. The other thing they're doing is clarifying when it comes to matchmaking. So this was actually kind of important to me. So if you matchmake and you're on a merged server, you will have the opportunity to play with people on the server that merged into you, or vice versa. However, you are obviously going to face some amount of latency. Obviously, NA and Latin America, there's going to be some amount of latency depending on who is the host for that game, if you will. So we've seen this in games for decades now. The one thing that they do a great job of clarifying is that if you, and let's say a fire team of 3, if 2 of you are on NA and 1 of you is Latin America, the host server for that game or that run will be in NA. So they're going to prioritize whoever has more people in the group on the closest server and give that the priority in terms of the better hosting. Whereas the other person is going to likely face some amount of impact from latency or just lag because of getting just sheer distance from the host server. But I do like that they clarified that. So it's not just random or like whoever loads in first or whoever is the party leader like some games do. It's truly just whoever has the most, so if you queue in with 2 NA people and you get matched with someone from Latin America, you're not going to be sort of punished with the latency because you guys have 2 from NA. Anyway, and vice versa. So I think that was a good clarification on their end. Season update notice. So this is all of the juicy goodness that's coming to us in season 2, which is actually just in a few days. So we already talked about Mario a little bit. Offensive, light grenade launcher and grenade launcher, main quest available, and then 3 additional non 5-star or 4-star units that are going to be in the pool with them is Wang Wei, I think it's Wang Wei, Atal, and Ikora. Some changes to the seasonal shifting gates. So you can see there's actually 3 completely different elemental types, not elemental, but just thematic types, which I think is really cool. Makes it feel a little bit more unique. And then there's also changes to every match. So every match you play is going to be a little bit different. So now there's emergency. So a random emergency will trigger at the beginning of each match and last the entire match, completely changing the pace of the battle, which I think is a really cool addition. So the first one is called counterattack, which is basically going to spawn powerful weapons that you need to fight for in order to use them. And then that will in turn change the battle. battle, which I think is a really cool addition. The other one is restricted submission. So each sector will only have one new transmission terminal available for submission. All others will not allow for submission, raising the chance for deadly encounters at the terminal. In my opinion, this should just be how the game is, period, because it's going to force people to fight more often. There's a lot of times where you basically can do shifting gates and just be completely PvE and just kill mobs, turn in stuff, and never even see anyone unless they like come after you and try to push you or whatever. This is going to make those fights happen a little bit more organically, and I like that a lot. So now you're actually going to see people maybe be a little bit more defensive and like have little setups, and like there's a little bit more strategy involved, and I'm a big fan of this one in particular. Plasma Trap is the other one, which is basically these radio Loras. Puddles will spawn around the battlefield. Watch your feet because they'll take damage as soon as you step in them. Of the impacts of all these emergencies, this one is by far the least impactful because you just don't step in them, whereas the other two are pretty impactful to the game mode. Moving on, emergency modifiers will be chosen during matchmaking, giving light bearers a buff. So they talk about all of them here. Yeah, you can read those if you want. So new combatants. Eyes up, the new Vex bosses have been added. They'll bring with them ever-growing hordes of Vex units. 3 new sectors. The 3 sectors have a fresh coat of Vex-themed paint. Danger meets aesthetics on these maps. New releases. So again, we are getting a grenade launcher and a hand cannon, which in a shotgun added to the mythic weapon drops from shifting gates. And then the exchange shop is also adding the grenade launcher and the hand cannon and the shotgun. So in my opinion, we have a 4-star unit via Atal that uses a hand cannon. I think this is setting up pretty perfectly for the next main hero or next 5-star hero to come to the game to be Solar, which we know just based off the cadence at which they're releasing heroes and the order in which they're doing it for elements. That the next one is after Maru going to be Solar, and I would almost bet my bank account that the next one is going to be Solar and a hand cannon user. We do not have a 5-star unit that uses a hand cannon. So I think this is going to be pretty interesting. The only kind of curious part about this is that, hand cannon, I believe, is considered precision. I'm almost positive of that. Let me go confirm those since we are in game. We just got a precision, so it's going to feel, yeah, okay, it is precision. So it's going to feel a little different to get another precision unit so quickly. Since we just got Hellhest. But again, there were leaks previously of a special unit coming to the game that was Solar, that was similar to like the Gunslinger that we saw in, I forgot his name, but the Gunslinger that was in Destiny 2. And a lot of people are really excited about that. So I almost guarantee that's going to be the new Solar 5-star hero, which I think is going to be cool. That's who I'm going to be focusing on. Maru is a pretty big skip for me just because I'm good. I went all in on Hellhest, got her fully maxed out. I feel really good about that decision. She's going to be who I use for any of the upcoming raids and stuff like that. But again, I think that it's just a character that I'm not necessarily a fan of in terms of the play style and that kind of stuff. Really cool kit and has a really awesome opportunity for damage, but it doesn't fit a niche in my fire team, if you will, that I feel like I need. So I'm going to skip it. I do have Yolder and Gwyn, so I feel like I have enough Void there, but I lack sort of a good, strong Solar, so I'm going to sort of save up my resources for that next Solar hero. And then probably after that, I'll skip the Arc and then go to the next Void as sort of my plan. I think that most players should start thinking that way is if you really want to have a good fire team, balance them out and who you focus on. Don't try to go for every single new hero that comes to the game because you're just not going to. Unless you're a whale, in which case do your thing. But realistically, the majority of players are not going to be whales. So again, I think that this the release in these new mythic weapons is sort of tipping the hat at that idea. So we do have the new grenade launcher, which is actually pretty good from the footage I've seen, and then the hand cannon I've not seen yet, and then there's a new shotgun. These are of course added in, and then the new Gauntlet Blitz stages. So this is new as well. So 3 new stages: Assembly Plant, Overflow, and the Walls Have Eyes will be directly accessible for a limited time. Experience all new maps with all new mechanics. So pretty exciting if you like blitzes. There's 3 new maps. 100% drop rate for exclusive weapons. So the pinnacle reward for the limited time direct access stages are 100% guaranteed to drop the new mythic weapon. So this is actually kind of cool if you want to get those new ones. So there is a drop rate for the rocket launcher, 4-horned ram, and hand cannon empty fork strategy for overflow. Plant assembly has a 100% drop rate for the grenade launcher and the new hand cannon. These are 2 different hand cannons. Just make note of that. And then the walls have eyes, 100% drop rate for the shotgun, and then the auto rifle. Wrongful ingress. Once the limited time direct access has ended, the new stages will be added to the randomized pool and weapon drop rates will return to normal. So again, this is a good way of at least getting those weapons for the first time, and then you can use your mythic pieces to sort of craft them and target your god rolls, which of course make sure you like and subscribe, because we will be focusing on those god rolls and sharing them with you as soon as we get access to those, because I know a lot of people are probably going to want to get those, and or for the current character or maybe even the next one. Battle Pass updates. So again, naturally, new season, new battle pass, new content. We have the new exotic light grenade launcher, which actually does look pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. And then from the play that I have seen from other content creators, it looks like it's actually pretty legit too. So if you do want to have an Ikora main or a Maru main, this exotic light grenade launcher probably is a really good fit for you. And then, so the premium battle pass, the Stow sword, which I'm assuming is this one, is at rank 20. Emote combo attack, which I guess is this one, at rank 30. And then the Divergil drill ornament random bundle at rank 50. And then unlock the premium battle pass to instantly claim the transmat effect Paraversal Singularity, which is this guy. So that's sort of like when you spawn in, you do a little bit of stuff. That's the stuff that you're going to be doing. Seasonal cycle modifiers, Void and Arc, which makes sense. I also called this, that they weren't going to make Hellhest completely irrelevant. So for basically anything for Calamity Ops and for the Expanse, I think it's fair to assume that you're going to be good for both Void and Arc. Or Hellhest in particularly, or Maru. I'm a little worried about Calamity Ops when it comes, the Expanse when it comes to not having Maru, but we'll have to see what characters we can use, and I'll of course have a video on that for you. Something tells me that our boy Ning Fei is going to do just fine, but we'll see. Moving on. So again, in challenge mode activities, we'll have Void and Arc shields. Void and Arc characters and weapons are recommended. All right, moving on. So seasonal updates, you can see the different skins, or what I forgot what they call them, ornaments or whatever. So new pack, new buffs. Season 2 packs, Loner's Compass will provide light bearers various buffs. These are all the different buffs. New season of more Ingrams available. So again, you can get all those different things there. Launch test weapon shaders, that's what they're called. And then the seasonal ornaments, more decals and more. Weapon mod updates. We've added some long-awaited park upgrades to the exotic mod upgrade system. Additions for different weapon categories are as follows. So rapid-fire weapons, auto-loading holster, Tinkladier, and Clepsydia. Sounds like a disease. Piercing weapons, Synthesia, piercing, Tinkladier. Anyway, I'm not going to read all this. You get the idea. They added more things for your non-existent exotic weapon mods to actually be able to focus on. So there's that. Synthesis System Edition, Mythic Weapon Ingram Gauntlet Blitz Season 2. That was a mouthful. So basically, you can consume 200 Mythic Weapon parameters to craft the Ingram. This Ingram yields the new Season 2 Mythic Weapons, the Hand Cannon, Grenade Launcher, Rocket Launcher, Hand Cannon, Shotguns, and then the Auto Rifle. These Ingrams are Season 2 exclusive items and will no longer be produced once the season ends. Once Season 2 ends, and after aforementioned weapons will be added to the standard Mythic Weapon Ingram. So basically, this is, you can spend, instead of 100, you can spend 200 and get one of the new ones. So it's a little bit of a focused way of getting it for the first time, and then you can get it the normal way after that, which makes sense. Those of us that play the game a lot have probably a ton of Mythic Weapon Ingrams, so this is good. All in all, I'm really excited for the new update. Something else I would actually have you guys do, and you can see that I am doing the same myself, has to do with your Pinnacle Energy. There is inevitably going to be a lot of content that comes out that you're going to want to use your Pinnacle Energy for. Today is Tuesday, which means we have today, Wednesday, and then Thursday is the update. I'm not going to be using any Pinnacle Energy today, tomorrow, and then obviously I'll get more on Thursday. So that way I will have my Pinnacle capped at 360 at the time of the new season release, because I'm going to want to be pushing things in the Battle Pass to grind it out, and all the other new events that are going to be coming as well. So it's not necessarily taking a break from the game. I will still need to run my Calamity Ops. You can see I'm currently in the regulation zone, so I'm going to be doing this today. Between today and tomorrow, there's a day and 17 hours left. So try to push up to at least the unchanged, maybe even the promotional zone. Probably use Hellhest. She seems to be doing the mostest, and I have her fully kitted out now. Completely maxing out the bow with all of the preferred exotic mods, and then I also maxed out the Royal Contravene. So feeling real good about my Hellhest, and yeah, so there's all that. And then obviously the relic abilities are all maxed out, artifacts, in a good spot, and then maxed out the talent tree as well. So feeling really good about my Hellhest. Probably will do her for pause. We'll use her for Calamity Ops. I'm gonna also, the other thing, if you made it this far and you're getting these tips and tricks, make sure you like and subscribe because I'm bringing you all the best tips and tricks for Destiny Rising. I'm also going to be saving my challenge mode keys. This does reset around the same time. The reason being is that I want to be able to use them in the next season, right? So I'm not at a point where I need anything right now. And one thing, I'm assuming the keys won't change. In fact, I don't think they're tied to the season at all. All right, let me just make sure though. Yeah, I don't think these reset with the season. These are just challenger keys. They're not tied to the specific season. But the reason is that when you use your keys, you get these, the core weapon upgrades, which, hello? What happened? Our video paused. We're frozen. Chat, we lost it. We lost the video. Hold on. I don't know why my face is frozen. Goodbye, face. Oh, wrong button. Anyway, I don't know why that froze like that, but anyway, you're gonna want to save these keys so that way you can use for your seasonal gear level upgrades for the new season. So obviously, if you're not aware or you forgot, if you go to your character screen and you go to your weapons, obviously you can get that gear level, seasonal level up 5 additional levels from 80 to 85. In order to do that, you do have to have those keys in order to get those levels. So save your keys. If you haven't used them already, don't use them and save them for this. And that way you will be able to upgrade, hopefully, at least one person's weapon up to 85 again, because that is a little bit of combat power you're going to lose with the season transition. So that's going to do it for today's video. Not sure why my camera decided to freeze up like that. Also not sure how long it was like that. Boy, howdy. Between not having volume yesterday and now losing visuals, I'm about to just punt my computer. So anyway, like and subscribe if you think I should punt my computer. Or, I don't know, just fix it. It's probably an update I missed or something. Whatever. Love you guys. See you guys in the video soon. See you later. Bye.